two archetypes of transformation. Transformation really begins at awareness of the pain, at awareness and sober realization of how you're living and the changes that need to take place. The more aware we can become of the pain or the conflict or the need in our lives for change, the more energy we will build towards it. The two archetypes needed: the warrior and creative destruction, righteous anger, Mars energy, and the magician. The type of magician we need is the sacred space, the archetype of initiation. So after awareness of that pain and that need for change, we need an inspired vision, a vision of a reality in which we could be living in. And we need to take steps to make that possible, to make that dream seem like, wow, I can actually believe in that. I can believe that that is possible. The warrior is needed to take those steps. Righteous anger, creative destruction is the virtues of the warrior. To creatively destroy what you once built. You see, we go through processes here on earth of building a form, an ego, a reality around us. And we get locked into this form. And if your reality is feeling stagnant or there's massive need for change, we need to become aware that change is possible. And all it takes is actually inherent in our paths that we will transform many times. Most people never make it past, even the first initiation of transformation. To do that, you need the warrior. You need that creative destruction, that righteous anger. You need to rise with courage to face what is possible for you and face where you are and to really embrace that. And then move powerfully. The more emotion you can create due to awareness of the conflict, the more righteous anger will be inspired. The more will to power will be born inside of you, where you can go shake shit up, right? The second thing is disillusion. You see, you need to dissolve reality. You need both of these poles. This is the Shiva principle, meaning that we are breathing into totality. We are dissolving. We are being as we are. We are feeling what is. And when we can feel what we're feeling deep inside of our body, when we can become aware of our body, what is there, what is stagnant, what is being held is allowed to be released. Feeling is healing. The second pole of this is the initiation aspect of the magician, right? So after we're breathing and dissolving reality, breaking the pattern of being ourselves, and really just sitting with what is, sitting with where we are, right? Letting ourselves feel, letting ourselves think those thoughts, letting the depths come and bubble up. Our cup is ready to be emptied. Our cup is being emptied by breathing in reality and breathing in neutrality and dissolving reality. Neutrality is key here. This is one of the poles of manifestation in the Trinity. Neutrality, being neutral towards the thoughts, neutral towards the emotion. Any positive or negative reaction is an affirmation of the current paradigm. To create transformation, you need to build fearless neutrality. The final aspect of the magician is the archetype of initiation. This is sacred space. Entering into containers for yourself or finding initiation guides, like going on a vision fast or a vision quest, And in here, entering into sacred space is first building the intention of sacred space, connecting with faith and surrender. The more faith you have, the higher capacity you have to surrender. The only reason your paradigm is being repeated and it's looping is because you lack adequate faith. The more faith you have, the more fear flees from you. The more faith you have, the less despair you have. And all of this, seeking to control things, it's what's keeping you where you are. The need to repeat these patterns and stay in these rigid ways is coming from a place of fear and uncertainty. Uncertainty of your capacity to transform. Uncertain of the experience that could and may go down, right? But faith is the key. Building faith and a sacred space, nature, like a 3-day, excursion into nature by yourself, or any way you can create a sacred space, a space where when you enter it, right, there's this feeling of being connected to the divine. being connected to something greater. You see, you have a seed of massive regenerative potential within you. The divine is always trying to move through you, to wash the mind clean, to wash the being clean, to restore you to perfect vitality, to remember your sacred song. Your sacred song, your innermost truth is always screaming, but it's a silent one, and it's deep. It's deep within the walls of the heart. To get there, we must surrender. Surrender is the most tender impulse of the heart. And to fully surrender is to fully trust. It's a leap of faith. And in order to really submit to yourself, to fully give yourself to you, you must have faith in the divine, faith in the sacred space. This, in like ancient times and tribes and whatnot, the initiation elder would prepare the initiate to enter the sacred space and prepare the way for the divine to be experienced. You see, you have miracle regenerative powers within you, right? Your true and next level of soul expression, the next level, the next chapter of your journey is waiting to unfold when you can surrender what is and open your eyes to what you're meant to be. When you can let go of the dogma of what you think you should do, of who you think you are, of who you think you like should act like, or what you think you should act like, and all of this shit, and let it go. And the more faith you have, the more capacity you have to be as you are. When you're sitting in faith, when you're breathing in faith and in sacred space, you know, you can enter into this place of liminal space. Go read Robert Moore further on the magician archetype to understand sacred space, initiation, and transformation. The magician owns the West, where transformation occurs. The West is full of conflict. The only way to move through the conflict is supreme neutrality and surrenderment. Surrenderment to seeing what is, to naming all things in truth, right? And surrenderment, because you will not think your way to a new paradigm. You must be your way to a new paradigm. The seed is hidden within you. You have a seed inside of you that is inherent, that is always there waiting for you to tap the potential of the self, to let go of what you think you are and become who you're meant to be. That happens through the archetype of the magician, the capacity to enter into nature, to deeply commune with what is, to breathe and feel the mother holding you, to breathe and feel the Father pumping through you, to breathe and let the divine work its magic, and then to walk and live in faith. The last note I want to make is the sacrifice. The magician makes the sacrifice. Death is the gift we give to the gods, and life is the gift they give in return. Death is the gift we give to God, right? When you give yourself up, when you speak the words of your heart and give yourself up, which can only be done with courage to take the leap of faith and supreme faith. The more faith you build, the more capacity you have to transform. The more faith you build, the more capacity you have to become once again formless. Formlessness is that space where transformation happens and a new crystallization process can take place. Go look at my Trinity and Manifestation video, you know, the ancient alchemy of manifestation, to go deeper into understanding this process of solvet coagula and dissolving. The more you practice dissolution, dissolving, the more higher capacity you have to die due to faith and courage, right? The greater capacity you have to live and transform. Righteous anger, creative destruction of the warrior, faith, surrender, and sacred space of the magician, the sacrifice from the heart, the vision of what can be, and the belief in what can be by action towards it, right? And awareness of the pain, which is the fuel for it all. Faith is the fuel, and awareness of the pain is the fuel. That's how you transform, my friends. Really quick video on the archetypes of transformation. Hit that like button, share this video with someone you think it will impact. Really appreciate the comments. And if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, really powerful coaching sessions available, you can apply for a free one-on-one talk with me, link in the description below, and join the Facebook group. So much content like this is dropped there on the alchemy of transformation, manifestation, and how to reprogram your reality. Love you, tribe. I'll see you next time.